Hi, welcome to the Until 9 Million channel. This is episode 4, 531 weeks until 9 million. Hey, welcome back. This week I will be talking about the stock market. It is potentially a good source of passive income and it is very, very powerful. A lot of people make a lot of money through the stock market. Since there's a lot of information that we have to cover on stock markets, I will divide this up in multiple episodes, otherwise it becomes too long. So, what is a share? A share is a part of a company. So, if a company has, let's say, is worth, I'm going to use really low numbers to make it clear. So let's say a company is worth €1,000 or $1,000. Doesn't really matter what currency it is in, but let's say 1,000. And you got 100 shares of that company, then every share is worth $10 or €10. So if you would want to buy a part of that company, you pay €10 and you have one share in your hands. Let's say you want to buy more, you can pay €30, you got 3 shares in your hands. Now, obviously owning a piece of a company has some benefits. There's two parts of the benefit from having a share of a company. First of all, it's a part of the company. It's what the company is worth. So let's say that the company is doing really well, and if you would add up all the assets and money that a company has, and let's say the next year the company is worth €2,000, then your share has gone up, and your share is not worth €10 anymore, but it's worth €20. So the worth of the company has an effect on the price of a share. If you have a share that is not on the public exchange, then probably the worth will be calculated to the worth of the company. It's quite straightforward. But if your share is actually a public traded share, then other factors come into play, because it will actually have the value that people think it will have. It is not in effect the value that the company has, but it's more like a feeling, how people feel that the company is doing. So let's take this as an example again, that our company is worth €2,000. We put it on the public market, and then the share will be influenced by supply and demand. So if people think that a company is really good, then demand is going to be really high and the price will go up. If people think a company is really bad, they might want to dump the share, and the supply comes really big and the price drops. So on a public traded market, the price doesn't always count towards the real value of a company. And as a matter of fact, you can actually see if shares are good value or not. If the worth of the company is actually much higher than the share price, you might be buying a good share if the company is doing well. If the company is in decline, it might not be a good investment. But anyway, that's one part of a share. Now, the other part is that if you buy a share of a company and the company does really well and makes profit, then the company might actually pay out a part of that profit towards its shareholders. And that's what's called a dividend. Now, that's very, very important, because most people seem to forget that when you buy shares, you actually get dividends for them. But usually they pay only dividends out like once a year. Now, if you hold the share when the dividend gets paid out, then you get the money, and then you have to wait for another year to get money for dividends. Now you can see this on the publicly traded market, that when it's almost time to pay out the share will go slightly up, because the value of that dividend will actually be calculated in the price. Once it's paid out, it will drop a little bit. So dividends also influence the price on the publicly traded market. It doesn't so much affect when it's privately traded, but it's an important part of shares. So to recap, there's two important parts of shares. Basically, you got the price of the share, which should be the company's worth on a publicly traded market. That could vary, of course. And then you got the dividend that you get of having a share. And I want to add an example of a dividend. Let's say your company's worth 2,000 euros and a profit is made, and they pay, for example, 10 cents a share as a dividend. Then if you got 3 shares, you get 30 cents. So that's it for episode 4. Now, if you like this channel, I also created a Twitter account called Until 9 Million, 9 written as a number. And I will be posting new updates on videos and on financial stuff that I like to share with everybody. So you can follow me on Twitter, Until 9 Million. You can also subscribe to this channel so you will know when a video is uploaded. All right, that's it for episode 4. I'll see you later again. Bye.